and we are going to talk about a big event that is coming up in Mexico, Missouri, coming up this weekend. Thad Becker is on the line from the Mexico Young Farmers. Thad, good morning.
Morning. Thank you for having me on.
Thank you for taking a moment to visit with us. The Mexico Young Farmers Organization has a big event that's coming up. First, let's cover the basics. What you got going on? Give us the when and the where.
Yeah, we've got the 2014 Young Farmers Truck and Tractor Pull. It's this Saturday evening at 7 o'clock at the Audrain County 4-H Fairgrounds, which is just kind of on the southwest side of Mexico, out there by Walmart.
There you go. And that's so. What's the time for that?
We're full starts at 7 p.m. Gates will be open 5:30, roughly, but to get in.
Mm-hmm. I'm looking at my notes here, and it talks about pulling organizations. Talk about the folks that are going to be involved in this truck and tractor pull.
Sure, we've got two major organizations that help us put on the pull. One's called Excalibur, and they cover a big part of northeast Missouri, central Missouri, pretty large pulling group, and we also co-sanction with the ITPA, which is the Illinois Tractor Puller Association, and so we really get a good group of pullers from a big cross-section, almost clear to the Indiana border, and cover big part of Missouri as well.
So you've been doing this long enough, as you say. This is the 9th annual. You've been doing this to where this is an event that a lot of pullers put on their calendar to make it a point to come to.
Yeah, we're one of the early pulls in the year, and when they're really getting their tractors fixed up and back out, we catch there at the end of planting season. So a lot of these guys are farmers too, and they're getting their crops in the ground and look to go pulling. And just getting those machines straightened out and ready to roll, and they put on a real good show for us.
Mm-hmm. And there is a circuit. There is a schedule of different events similar to yours that take place throughout. There is a season for truck and tractor pulling, isn't there?
Yeah, that's right. We're a sanctioned pull and one of the early ones, but what happens is they'll collect points through the years at all these, or through the season. All the different sanctioned pulls, so those guys will come to ours to get points for that championship towards the end of the season there. I can't remember when, August, September time frame when they kind of close the season down.
Mm-hmm. So talk about how many classes there's going to be pulling there on Saturday night.
So we've got quite a few trucks and tractors pulling. Going to have roughly 10 classes, and we'll have 2 tracks running, so there'll be somebody pulling it all the time. But we start kind of with the lighter tractors and a few trucks, and kind of as the evening goes on, they'll put more weight on the sled and keep getting up to the bigger boys. We've got several truck classes. We've got a couple 4x4 classes. One's pro stock and one's modified, and then we've got the modified 2-wheel trucks, and those are your loud boys with the gas motors and superchargers. And then got a good set of tractor classes, starting down at the 6,400-pound limited pro super stock tractors and running all the way up to the boys weighing 9,500 pounds. Also got the 3.0 Pro Strock diesel pickups that have been popular in the last couple of years. We've gotten a few of those guys too. So we're getting up 4 truck classes and about 6, 7 tractor classes.
So a combination of the tractors, as you alluded to a moment ago, that they just they unhitch the field equipment and bring them on along with and as far as the trucks that they just bring off the street and just bring in, and then I would imagine you probably have the custom tractors and the custom trucks that are just used for pulling.
Yeah, and that's really what all the classes we have here are purely competition vehicles. I don't think we've got any classes this year that are going to be what we consider out of the field that would have anything related to the actual field classes anymore. As we've gradually moved up and the pool's gotten bigger, we've moved up to in the classes as well.
Okay, as it got to be a little less of a just a bunch of guys coming together to hitch up their truck and tractors and see what they can do. As you say, it's advanced, it's gotten big and gotten sanctioned along the way to where it's all the custom machines that are going to be coming.
Yeah, and they're these things are really hotted up. They're really pushing the limits on these machines as they go down the track. They get their 300-400 foot down the track, and that's all they're going to do for the evening. They won't hold together much more than that.
These, as you say, I mean, there's points on the line, there's prize money on the line, that sort of thing. And, I mean, these guys are serious about, I say guys, I would imagine, I mean, you got some ladies involved in this too.
Yeah, there's a few out there. I don't know the names real well. Gonna feel sorry about that, but we do. Yeah, there's a few women pullers as well. A few more all the time.
But the point being, I mean, this is serious stuff. This is as you say, this is competition, and there's stuff on the line, and so these guys and gals are gonna bring it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They sure are.
So how many folks? How many participants do you expect?
We usually have about 150 pullers. We're usually about 150 pullers. We should, looking at the weather and the planting season, I'm guessing we should get a good crop of pullers this year. Weather's going to be real beautiful this weekend, it looks like, and planting season's wrapped up in a lot of different places. So we'll have a good, probably 150 participants, and looking forward to having a good crowd out in the stands as well.
I was going to ask you about that. I would imagine you draw a pretty good crowd for that.
Yeah, and in the past we've had around 3,000 people out, and we try and fill up the parking lot out there and at the fairgrounds.
Talk about the work of the Mexico Young Farmers. You're the folks that are putting this all on. Talk about what you folks do, as far as your purpose during the course of the year there in the Mexico area.
Sure, and Young Farmers have been around since the late 70s in Missouri. Kind of an offshoot of the I don't want to say FFA, but it's the adult education it's an adult education program for ag schools for high schools off and around the state of Missouri. So a lot of our beginnings had to do with reaching out to young farmers, getting started in the business, and just trying to pass some information along to them, help make them successful. And so a lot of our activities revolve around educational tours to other farms, and then having meetings where we have university people from the industry come in and talk about different things going on. The poll really got started as a way for us to raise money for scholarships. So we try and give out around $5,000 worth of scholarships to graduating kids from Mexico, from the Audrain County area, and send them off to college so they can get a little more advanced education before they come back to help out around agriculture in the state. So
once again, give us the particulars as far as the 9th Annual Mexico Young Farmers Truck and Tractor Pull, the when and the where.
Sure. We're on, it's going to be Saturday evening, June 14th at 7 p.m. when the first pull starts. Gates open about 5:30 p.m. It's at the Audrain County 4-H Fairgrounds. And if you're not sure where that's at, it's on Highway D, just south of Mexico, right off Highway 54. And so if you know where the Walmart's at in Mexico, Highway D's you just go the opposite direction and you'll be on Highway D.
All right. What is the charge to get into that event on Saturday?
Adults are $15 and kids 12 and under are free.
And if folks want more information between now and then, how can they get more information?
Probably the best place would be MexicoYoungFarmers.com.
That is the place to go, MexicoYoungFarmers.com, to find out all that's going on with the Mexico Young Farmers, but in particular the 9th Annual Mexico Young Farmers Truck and Tractor Pull. Thad Becker, we appreciate the visit.
Thank you very much.